Hey, it's me. And today, as you can tell by the seal of disapproval, we have a bone to pick. I did say we. Oh, right, you're not in your place. Okay, hold on. Almost forgot you. I'm a little worked up. Yeah, we had this whole thing worked out where Rizzo would be joining me, but best laid plans, and now, instead, graciously, Belle has decided to join me. Not that one. No. You will remember Belle as Scrooge's lost love, because today we're going to be talking about The Muppet Christmas Carol. Yes, one of my personal favorites. I love it. It's a great movie. It's tragic what they've done to it. They broke it. It's ruined. You'll get your chance to tell them. Yeah, I know. It's infuriating is what it is. So Belle's with me. But we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. First off, for those who may not be familiar, and I really don't know how you could not be, this is the classic Charles Dickens Christmas Carol, but the Muppet version. So Kermit is Cratchit, Michael Caine is Scrooge. A masterful performance, by the way. I mean, like, he did not phone it in. It is very genuine what he did. A lot of fun to watch. Belle says they have Gonzo playing Charles Dickens as the narrator. It's a very nice touch to have the storyteller as part of the story. Rizzo's there for comic relief. Swedish Chef makes an appearance. Fozzie Bear is Fozziewig. It's great. Lots of puns. Lots of fun. They have two Marleys in this version, so both Statler and Waldorf make appearances. They're great. Those are the two old guys that heckle everyone. You were in the movie. You should know who Statler and Waldorf are. Okay, well, anyway. And their song kind of slaps. Is that how you say it? Yeah. Yeah, so Belle says the entire soundtrack slaps, especially her song, and we're going to get to that. Yes, I made a playlist of the soundtrack, and I'll put that at the end of the video for people interested. There are several songs on the soundtrack that did not make it into the final version of the film for time or whatever reasons, which is fine. That happens a lot. He Lives in You was supposed to be in The Lion King. It got cut for time, and it became the opening sequence of The Lion King 2. So, like, you can always use it later, or it's just a little bonus for people that bought the CD. But this is an after-the-fact edit, because the original version had Belle's song, and the streaming version that I watched like a week ago did not. Belle, can you please explain why we are so upset? Yeah, well, that's exactly what I just said. They cut her song. It takes place during a pivotal scene in the movie. The entire movie, the entire experience hinges on this one song. This is the moment. This is the exact moment where you see what is left of Scrooge's heart break, and he turns from light and love and generosity and all those wonderful, warm, fuzzy things to darkness and grief and despair. Like, this is the moment that broke him. Yeah, Belle says the title of the song is very important as well. The song is called When Love Is Gone. In the finale, when they do the reprise, it's a song called When Love Is Found, but you have no context. You don't know why that's important because you didn't get to hear When Love Is Gone. The whole scene, it just butchers the entire scene. It starts out with young Scrooge and Belle on a park bench, and he says, I love you, and she's like, well, you did once. And then they just cut to old Scrooge and Rizzo and Dickens crying. But, like, why? Why are they crying? What happened? There's no buildup of emotion. There's nothing at stake. It's just like, oh, well, I guess he got dumped, and we're crying now. If you watch the version with the song, there's old Scrooge sings part of Love Is Gone. You can tell that he spends a lot of time thinking about this, about her, about what could have been, how he could have done something differently. He has regrets. It makes him human, this scene. And at the end of it, when he buries his face in his hands, you feel his brokenness. you want to see him be redeemed. You want something good to come out of all of this tragedy and heartbreak, and it's a really powerful scene that's just gone now. I just feel like it was a crime what they did. And so Belle and I had to do some research. It was like, well, what happened? Where'd it go? I know this song existed. I did not make it up. It had to come from somewhere. And so we turned to our dear friend the internet, and it explained that the song When Love Is Gone was cut because kids thought it was boring. And what do they know? I mean, really. No, I remember thinking the same thing when I was a child. I was like, wow, this is really slow. Get on with it. But when you get older and you understand the story a little better and the lyrics make sense to you, it's just a beautiful scene, and it deserves to be in the movie. You calm down. It's your song. It was your only number. Well, you were barely a supporting character before, and now you have like 2 lines in the whole movie. You're the one that should be upset. Okay. All right. But you want to move on? Let's move on. Okay, so speaking of scenes that make people feel things, I did promise to tell the story about how the frog puppet made me sad that one time. I have seen this movie multiple times every Christmas forever. Basically have it memorized and knew exactly what was coming, and it never bothered me before. So there is this part in the movie where Scrooge begs the ghost of Christmas yet to come to show him some tenderness connected to death, or he will be forever haunted. And those are his words. So where'd they go? Right. Okay. They go back to the Cratchit's house, but it is not like when the ghost of Christmas Present took him there. He's like the best character. Come in and know him better, man. He's my favorite. I love him. Ghost of Christmas Present. He knows how to party. Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come takes Scrooge back to the Cratchit's house, but it is dark and quiet. Kermit comes home. Kermit Cratchit comes home, and he's telling his wife that the grave he picked for their child is a lovely green place on the river where you can see the ducks, okay? And Tiny Tim loved the ducks. He loved them. And it just, the frog puppet made me sad, okay? I don't know. There was a lot of grief in my life at that time, and it just hit me wrong, and I was very upset for this frog puppet that had died, even though I knew he had not died because I had seen the movie before. I don't know why it bothers me. I have feelings about things sometimes. Well, thanks. Yeah, Belle says it's okay to have feelings about things. And when you're right, you're right. That's a smart thing to say. It's okay to have feelings about things. Okay, so in conclusion, this is the perfect adaptation of A Christmas Carol. One of my favorites, and I have seen a lot of versions of it. But I'm particularly fond of this one, mostly because of the soundtrack. However, it must include When Love Is Gone, because the rest of it is not going to mean anything at all if you take it out of context, which is what they did. And I'm still upset about it. So, Belle, how would you rate it? Okay. Yep. 12 out of 10. Bonus points for Christmas. Bonus points for nostalgia. Bonus points for the song, because this version has the song. If you get the wrong version, then 3 out of 10 and coal in your stocking for ruining a classic. Okay, before we go, let's ask Jacob. Jacob! How do we treat people who think and act differently than we do?
Be nice!
That's good advice. It's nice to be nice. And don't call people Scrooge or Grinch, because that is not an insult. Like, did you not watch the end of the movie? Did you not see the redemption arc to completion? These video reviews are a lot of fun for me, but I think it's time to do another book. So next month, we're going to be talking about Crossfire Trail, a Western, one of my favorites. I haven't read it in years and years and years, so it's going to be fun to relive that. It was also a movie, so we might eventually get to that one as well. Oh yeah. Belle says, "Bless us all," which is another great song. And she says, "May love be found," which is a nice sentiment. So take care. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. And I'll see you next time. Yeah, that was nice. Hey, thanks for coming. Yeah. No, you did a good job. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't let you talk as much. I just, I get a little worked up about things, and I get excited and just have to get my thoughts out there. Yeah, you do steal the show. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good video. I think people will like it.